Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, all over the world. Dobson777a here. Well, it's another Saturday, and I was able to fit a video in earlier. We even did a premiere so I could talk to you guys. So I hope you enjoyed that. I'm going to try to fit some things in like I have in the past. So I did my recipe for stuffed bell peppers for you today. Everything that I do is gluten free. And I did a recipe for my eggplant parmesan. I'm going to put that in a video tomorrow for you. But anyways, it was good to kind of start showing you some of these things again. In fact, that recipe I did would just be for spiced up rice. You'd really enjoy that. You don't necessarily have to put it in peppers, but man, I love stuffed bell peppers. I love stuffed jalapenos. That was a comment in my video somebody had meant. When I get the larger jalapenos, I love stuffing them. But I'm gonna tell you right now, my I don't know what it is. My jalapenos are way hot this year. Excuse me. I think we've just had really hot weather and not as much rain, and they're smaller. Mr. Action One is in the house. Yeah, put your comments up. This is y'all's time. I always forget to put that on there. This is your time to ask questions. I answer them live. I guess an answer for you, DW. I don't always know the answer, but I'll make something up for you. Edgewater Heating is here. I was watching quite a few videos today while I was cooking. Hey, FN based. Yeah, we had that storm kind of missed us here. I thought we were going to get more rain. We never did. Avtomat. I always have a hard time with that. Sorry about that. But hello again. Exactly. Yeah, I hope you like that rice recipe that I did. That actually came out really good. I had about a third of it left over that I ate. So Edgewater, where are you based out of? And DW, where are you based out of? I didn't realize my hair is all messed up. Cleveland. Oh, okay. Yeah, that thing rolled all the way up, and there was a weather front. It looked like running across the top too. Yeah, DW, did you see my video? I talked about your area especially is in a major drought, and it could be for like a decade. It's been a drought for a while, just like some of the California areas, same way. Deep drought, like Dust Bowl type drought is where you guys are heading right now. Even Indiana, huh? Yeah, the weather is, I'm telling you, when we go into this grand solar minimum, this is stuff that is going to be tough. I mean, you think about how many people we have in this country and how water is so critical. You need to secure your water, whatever you can do. Uh-oh, gun show. You know, we had one last weekend and I forgot all about it. I would have loved to have gone to the gun show. I need to, I used to get emails from those things. I need to get on the list where I get the emails to remind me, and I can put it on my calendar. David Lee is here. Yeah, Kentucky, you guys get a lot of the similar weather like we do. A lot of our rain is more in the winter time, it seems like. I don't think I would wait 3 hours to get into a gun show. I had some of those in Florida where that was like that. I'd try to get there right at the beginning before they opened and get in line. But boy, would it fill up fast. Yeah, somebody asked me today what I thought about precious metals, what they were going to do, and I guess I'm going to argue it has to do with all the other currencies, because this is a currency war. So if you see some of the other currencies like China or even the euro kind of devalue, then the Fed has to kind of do the same thing to try to keep the purchasing Well, at least for selling stuff, they don't want the other countries to have an advantage. So about the ammo, somebody was telling me the other day they went to a shooting range, and you can rent pistols, um, different things that you want to shoot there, but they didn't have any ammo for the guns. So they said, if you want to shoot our guns, you got to bring your own ammo. And I'm like, wow, that's really weird. You wouldn't think that'd be like that. So I need to go hit a couple of the sporting goods stores here and see what the ammo situation is. But I think there is some serious shortages again, just like there were, 6, 7 years ago under the previous admin. We got 17 folks watching and 6 thumbs up. Wow, $1 per round. I've got a spreadsheet I did years ago. I need to pull that up and do a video on it because I was tracking prices from all the different online dealers for all the major ammo. And I kept that up for several years. I'd be curious to see what the prices are today. One of my buddies, saw my list and he thought it was unbelievable. And he said, man, that's actually going up faster than precious metals. And I said, yeah, so lead is actually a pretty, especially when it's a finished product like that, it could be pretty valuable. Where was it? Oh, sorry, I'm yawning. There was a article that said that there's been a 70% increase in gun sales because of all the crap that's going on in this country. So, DW, are you a security guard or something where you got to requalify? Or are you something else? Yes, I have been at Infinite Ammo for a long time. I did buy some reloading equipment, and I've got that on the list to try to set it up. I got to buy some associated equipment, like trimming the brass. I got to get some of those the brass polishing things. There's a number of things that I got to get for this to be able to do it. But I got to clean up my basement to get a reloading bench set up. John D is in the house. Yeah, the ammo looks like it's across the country problem. Yeah, the problem with the reloading, you got to have a lot of stuff. Think about it. I probably have quite a bit of brass, but you got to buy all the different lead for everything you want to reload. I wanted to even reload shotgun shells and 45 Colt, 38, 357, 30-06. I want to get set up to kind of do all of those. 9mm. It'd be nice to kind of have all of it, but it's a very critical thing to know exactly what you're doing when you do this. Yeah, you got to think about who are the major. I don't know that does Ruger do ammo? I know they do weapons. You got to think about, like Remington does both ammo and weapons. Yeah, that reloading is tricky. You got to know exactly what you're doing. You don't want to have a hot load and screw up your gun or something or hurt yourself. There's a lot of science behind that. You also don't want to blow up your damn basement. I bought somebody who was upgrading their system, so I bought one of their older things, and I just got to sit down and spend some time. But it takes a commitment to do a lot of this stuff. I think if I was going to do something, I'd rather get a pretty automated system and reload for other people, not just for myself. If you were like doing precision match shooting and everything, that's where reloading's an advantage, because you could do pretty amazing tolerances on what you're doing versus, you know, using the stuff over the counter. Yeah, no, I'm not saying it's that hard. It's just it's very detail oriented. To me, it reminds me of baking, right? Baking, you can't really fool around. You got to follow the recipe almost perfectly. Yeah, the progressive machines are the way to go. So it's not something you can willy-nilly do things. You gotta make sure you know exactly what you're doing. So once you get the recipe for each thing, you kind of get it set up. You're better off to kind of set up to where you're not changing things around. So you have a machine, you know, for like the 45, you have a machine for the 9mm, a machine for the 30-06, and that way there's a lot less setup. You just have it set up and it's ready to go. Hit the thumbs up. Oh, so let's talk about the slow mail. I've noticed that as well. What happened is one of my rental properties is an IRA, and they have their payment sent from their bank, but it's sent as a form of a check because they don't have electronic payment capability. And that stuff is easily a week behind normal delivery. And it's just going from like Atlanta to St. Petersburg, and it's taking over a week. So we don't understand what the deal is, but that there is some serious mail. A lot of my stuff comes in and it's got, you know, just the pre-sorted thing, so I can't tell how long it's taking. But I need to start looking at anything that's postmarked to see how long it's taken to get here. I was watching a video with, I think it was on the Morgan Report, where they were talking about the COMEX was opening up a whole bunch of other companies that are allowed to deliver the COMEX, which, you know, is kind of telling you something. It's telling you that they're having a significant shortage, that they're having to certify other sources, that they've never had to do that before. So that would be a good topic to cover, but you can just watch the most recent Morgan Report for that. He doesn't tell the whole story. I probably could take some of his video and help you understand, because a lot of these folks have been talking about, well, if you take the 1980 price of silver, which went to $50, oh, somebody walked in behind here.
They can't see me.
Yes, they can.
Oh, no.
I got a live stream coming, and the lady comes walking through. You guys got a free thrill. She wasn't properly dressed there either. Did you like that? All right, where was I? Oh yeah, about silver. So problem was they were trying to talk about inflation adjusted price, but they don't want to ever talk about, and I'm not poo-pooing silver. Remember, I own a lot of silver. It's just percentage-wise, I own a lot less than most people. So what happens is, you got to remember, silver is pulled out of the ground almost free because it's a byproduct, and so you can't go by inflation-adjusted prices. Now, we'll see what happens, but you know, everybody keeps wanting it to be $1,000 or something, but that's the quoted price that I think Morgan was talking about if you did inflation adjusted. But remember, we just hit $50 again in when was that? 2012. So it didn't go to 1,000 then, and we know the inflation adjusted, it would have been higher than $50. So you just got to be careful in these guys, because they're pushing, trying to sell you the silver. So we try to use our brain, we try to use common sense and understand how that works. DW is the only one who gave a smiley face. I figured the rest of you guys would have got all excited about that. You got to see my little Filipino lady. What a sweetheart. She doesn't seem to understand what live stream means. Yeah. Okay. So there's a website you can get that. That's a good idea. I've got several reloading manuals. I have it on the list. It's another one of those wintertime things if I ever get around to it. I mean, we have like three months where you just don't really do stuff outside. And so it's good to have like a little hobby. So last year I started getting my ham stuff set up, and I've got two really old ham radios that I want to rebuild, change all the caps and resistors in them because they're like 1949 type things. One of them is still working, so there's another one that's kind of DOA. I'm hoping I can get that going, but I bought all the tubes and everything for it, so that's kind of nice. It's a nice, probably take me a week to kind of go through the whole thing. I finally bought an oscilloscope so I can troubleshoot also. So there's some things you need when you do this. It's just a little fun. Yeah, I've got an old national radio. It's like 1949 or something, and then I've got this. I can't remember what the heck that was called now. Oh yeah, the Hammerland. I got a Hammerland, and that's what the original ham radios. That's where that came from, was being called a ham because the Hammerland was the first thing that most people got. So that's where they got the ham name. So I was ecstatic to get a hold of one of those because that's a piece of history right there. But anyways, a little bit of everything here, folks. 16, 17 minutes. I like listening to David Morgan, but his comments are always turned off. Hey, that's really cool. How'd you make little symbols like that? They're it looks like almost like a micrometer and a nut and a bolt or something. Or is that a contact? That's a contact, maybe like a relay. I don't know how you do that. That's neat. I was cooking all day today. Oh, a C-clamp. I was it was a good day. I like doing that occasionally. It was kind of a rainy day in the morning, and so I said, well, I'm just going to go and cook because I got so much stuff. I had to cut up a bunch of jalapenos, so I got that done and made the eggplant and Parmesan. I did a batch of that. I got to do 2 batches tomorrow so that I get on my eggplant. My eggplant's kind of burned out now, so I think this is the last of it. I love it because it's just such an easy warm up, and you got a meal. How many other people actually do cooking? I know a lot of you guys are working, so you don't have the time, but I really enjoy it. It's therapeutic. I really like doing all the stews and everything. The problem is then I have to can it. Right now I've just been cooking stuff and putting it in the freezer. There was some really interesting videos on Greg Hunter recently, talking about some of the things. We've got a lot of prophecies that I've spoke about as well that are potentially coming to pass, where we're getting a lot of earthquake activity. We're kind of watching the weather, what's happening. We've got all kinds of things that should make you think. And I've talked about your spiritual side. You need to make sure, like I just went through a tough time. I shared with you the stuff I was going through, but I think I'm much stronger because of what I've gone through. But you guys need to think about to make sure when all this stuff breaks loose. I mean, all hell is going to break loose, folks. You need to make sure that you're spiritually and mentally prepared for this. Hey, Chung Choi, brother John, you need to make sure you're mentally and spiritually prepared for what's coming because you'll be ahead. And I've tried to give you a heads up of this stuff so that it's not going to be so much of a shock, but it's still going to be so catastrophic that it's still going to cause you guys some troubles. So I want you to make sure that you're mentally prepared for kind of everything that you can think of, because we're probably going to get hit with everything. And this is going to be, it's going to be catastrophic to a lot of people because they're going to lose everything and they're just not mentally prepared for this. Yeah, I have no idea what the you can predict that silver to gold ratio. Historically, we've seen it does that periodically, but we don't know when it's going to be, so it's not very helpful. Yeah, I've been slowly building a prepper community. Slowly, not a pepper group. Yeah, a prepper group. I think it's really important that you try to find some folks that are of like minds, because, think about it. If several of your friends' houses are destroyed, you may be the location that everybody comes to, and you're going to need the help. Again, like I said, doing all this gardening, everything, it's a lot of work. Everything's going to get harder. You may not have power, so everything's going to get way harder. I had actually heard that we have a lot of riots planned over the next 2 weeks. They're trying to really explode this up. They're losing the public opinion, so I don't know why they're still going this way, but they're still trying to make Trump look bad. But he's like, hey, it's a democratic city's all screwed up. What do we care? So think about that. This is going to happen all the way into election and probably even after election before everybody starts. And, wait till the weather gets cold. A lot of this stuff will slow down. Yeah, the food is the thing that concerns me the most. When all of a sudden we do not have food, that is a problem, because then it's even regular folks will get involved. Trump's going to win. Oh crap, what's that guy that's done all the videos, the big heavy set lefty producer? He's already saying Trump is destroying everybody. He just has so much support. You have the silent majority, everybody, so he's going to win, no problem. But remember, there's always an October, Michael Moore, thank you, there's always an October surprise. It's funny how you guys can read my mind with that little bit of information I throw out there. That's good. I was just reading an article about him. Well, thank you, Bobot. I'm pretty happy. We're going to get her on some videos. She's kind of bashful though, but we'll get her on some videos of doing some things. Very good personality. You probably like her better than me. Yeah, exactly. There's that Michael Moore. I try not to think about him much because he's just so far off in left field on stuff. Yeah, we've got China. I mean, think about China. Holy crap. They got so many people. I mean, you think about if all of a sudden there ain't enough food for China, India, and I can't remember who the other country is, but between China and India, oh my God, there's billions of people. Yeah, we're going to slowly introduce her. Cecilia is her name. All right. Exactly. The new Dobbs show. I've seen a lot of these preppers where the guy has like a really good looking wife and she ends up being the dang show. It's so funny how that changes. Yeah, just wait till that dam goes. When that dam goes over, then holy mackerel, 300, I think it's over 300 million people will be flooded out. Think about it. That's almost the whole U.S. The population of the U.S. will be flooded out from a dam in China. I was watching a video where there was reports from a dam inspector, and he was saying that he has to go over there like every 2 weeks and inspect this dam. And he was walking the top of the dam, and there was water where it shouldn't be. And normally the dam water is like 80 feet below the top. And he said it was high enough to where there was some wind blowing the water up on top of the dam. And he says that was not designed for that kind of weight pushed against the dam. So it's been over capacity for a long time. Yeah, I always try to get ahead on my canning, and I'm actually now recycling some of my stuff. So I bought a whole bunch of lids. That's really all I need. But I'm trying to eat up some of my stuff that I did 2 years ago, because I wanted to get where I would just do enough to where it'd last a year, and then I'd have my new supplies built for the next year, rebuilding it, as I was using it up. But I did so many jars of stuff that I've got hundreds of jars that I need to eat. Yeah, that's another good point. I was just thinking about the people, but you think about the manufacturing part of it. That's huge. One of the things you have to do with canning is you have to buy it out of season. So that's what I do. Like Tractor Supply, they'll have the stuff all marked down, like in the wintertime, because nobody's canning in the wintertime. So that's when I buy all my stuff. You go on the Walmart.com, you get the stuff really inexpensive. So I just put it down in the basement. So I've got cases of canned goods, and I've got tons of lids. Yeah, it wasn't overflowing the dam, but what was happening is it was a windy day, and the water was so high that the wind was like pushing the waves kind of up on the top. Yeah. I've seen some of the Chinese ammo, though. There is a lot of it. I think that's the one where it's like the steel brass instead of brass and stuff. There is some Chinese stuff. I chose not to buy that kind of stuff myself. Yeah, there's going to be Soylent Green in China to feed everybody. Oh, Russia? Okay. I never liked the idea of the steel cased because, you think about brass doesn't really rust, but steel will. I've got a lot of ammo, and I put it in Ziploc bags, and I've got it in a, secure, safe type thing. Yeah, man, that's an old movie. I haven't watched that in a long time. Soylent Green. What was that? Charlton Heston, I think it was. God, that's an old movie. There were several movies along that time period that were along the same lines. I got to get my glasses adjusted. I think my dogs knocked them out of whack because I noticed they're not lined up like they should be. Yeah, it's probably a much harder metal. It's probably true. Everything's designed for the brass, so think about that. Now, if you had a like a revolver, probably not so much an issue, but any of these semi-auto stuff, you're probably better staying with the brass. You know, I started another channel. I put one video out there, but I've got another channel. I could potentially do some weapons videos. I have a lot of knowledge along that line. I think it would really be interesting. Just show some different things that I've been in. I like these, what they call convertibles, where you can shoot more than one thing. So I have some Ruger Blackhawks that are convertible. So I can shoot a 45 Colt or a 45 ACP. I just changed the cylinder out. And I think that's cool. And of course, you know, you have a 38 or 357. If you buy a 357, you'll shoot both. So I like the flexibility that you get from some of these things. Think about, you're bringing up some good points about the glass frames, because I got new frames this year, but I keep my old frames so that if I break the thing, I can just change out, because I've been using the same frames for years. So I have the other frame there that I can just move my lenses over to the other ones. I also keep my older lenses because a lot of times you don't change prescription that much. But if we go into all hell breaks loose and you're not going to get crap for 5 years, you better have backups of everything. And I'm pretty blind for distance without my glasses. And I even have several pairs of prescription sunglasses as well. I like the 45 Colt. I've even got, you know, Henry lever action. I've got a knockoff lever action also. But I love the fact that, you know, you have ammo that'll work for your pistol as well as your rifle. That's the way the cowboys did it. They didn't want to carry multiple ammo. Yeah, that's a good idea. Just use your old frames. I've broken my frames a couple times though. I'm too hard when I clean them. You have a fur. I think you misspelled something. What's an FER? Or you have a few maybe? Oh, Mosin Nuggets. Okay. That's cool. Yeah, I need to put all mine in one place. My glasses are kind of scattered all over the place, so I need to put them all in one place. I bet you this thing won't get monetized. Talking about ammo the whole time. That's okay. This is your time. Okay, I've been thinking about my dating experience too. So I really should have sat down the other day, because in the morning I've thought about all these things I wanted to tell you guys, because I know we got like 98% guys on here, and I need to make an outline because, like I said, I learned so much, an unbelievable amount on this, that I know I can help you guys if you're in a situation where you're looking for a woman. So I might be able to help you. I definitely learned some tricks of the trade and was pretty successful. Time to go make dinner. So our area, real estate's moving pretty well, but it's not necessarily, it's like the really high-end stuff on the lake is moving well, but the stuff that's in the 400K is not. So they've been having to take 400K prices down to like 340 or something. So there's like two different ends. You know, of course, most folks, they want to spend 250, 300K for a house. So, you know, that's that, you know, younger family thing. So it's tough. Yeah, that's one of the reasons why I bought the 30-06, because man, you can take a deer down, no problem. 12 gauge, same thing. I got a tactical shotgun, and I've got a couple, you know, Magnum for shooting geese and stuff. I think that would be a good on the channel to kind of highlight, you know, one weapon a week or something. That would be kind of cool. I want to go read all of the, I don't want to risk this channel, and I don't want to water it down because I already have a wide variety on this, but I could go do something different just for that other channel and see how it works. I mean, you could actually get sponsors for some of this stuff, and then you don't worry about YouTube so much, but I got to make sure I understand what all the rules are for this. Yeah, that's true. I could just do it for the subs. You guys would probably appreciate that. Yes, you can use BitChute. I haven't gone off and spent any time on these alternate channels, so I need to go look at it. But we'll see. Right now, I'm kind of moving into the fall gardening, so I got to go spend some time on that. But this might be a good wintertime thing to move into. I like your idea of the just use it for the subs. Give some special content for that. My subs have been falling off because obviously I didn't do as many videos over the last month, but I'm picking it back up again. So you should see things moving. But you notice it was a good time to be off because the gold and silver, you know, just kept going up, and you guys are happy when it goes up. So Charles, I don't really want a job. To me, my job is I'm done with working. I'm done with, I mean, I made my name. I did what I need to do. My goal is to kind of give back to you guys, and I just asked for a little bit to help offset some of my costs. And I think it's been a fair trade. I've given you a lot of this gray hair, feeding back to you what you need to know. And I mean, I was way ahead of everybody earlier this year what was going on. And so I'm going to try to just do that for you guys. That's really what this is all about. There's so much that's still going to come. And this is, I mean, just think about what happened this year. This was unbelievable. I tell you, this is just the beginning. We're going to be hit just one thing after another after another. So I appreciate, and I probably need to focus on the subscribers, because not subscribers, the members. The membership is what really helps me do as much as I can for you guys, you know. And I will consider that once I understand the YouTube rules. If we do this, the membership stuff, it's not being put out for everybody else. And I think that's the way you get around it. So, and remember, I have multiple levels of membership. It doesn't cost a fortune to get in there. I don't have these things real high. So it's more of, I look at it for you guys to, you know, give what you can afford. It's not, I'm not making a killing on this. I mean, on a slow month, I might make $300. On a good month, I might make $500. But you know how much time I put into this, and so that's still kind of chump change. So, but it's it makes me feel appreciated. So think about it that way. Yes, Charles, I appreciate it. I think I was ahead of everybody, and we did really well so far. Let's just hope things keep going in this direction. Well, I didn't want to have. No, you didn't waste any money on gold and silver coins. You're doing fantastic. So Charles, the only people that have had trouble joining have been the ones that have like the Apple phones. There was some extra things I had to go through, and I have to think about what it was. But if you're using an Android, at the bottom of the video, there's always a link for subscribe and another one for join. If you hit join, that brings you over to the membership thing, and there's 3 different levels of membership. And I recommend that you do the platinum or gold because you get more benefits. The platinum and gold are kind of similar, but I think the platinum is only like $9.99 and the gold is like $50 or something. Yeah, I can't remember what you may have to go to your desktop. Yeah, what a waste of money. Oh my God, the mining stocks are unbelievable. I was looking at mine. I think I'm up 50% on mine right now. And that's really, right now, that's the huge benefit of the membership is getting the visibility of the improved portfolio, and you get to see the performance of John's portfolio as well as, mine, which is a mix of the improved portfolio and John's. And I think that's a good idea. I may, if I do the research and the weapons are okay to do under membership and I'm not going to get in trouble, that would be cool. John Duty is a real famous mining stock analyst. And so there's I have access to his portfolio. I can't tell you what's in it. He did give us one position, VNNHF, but his is a fairly expensive subscription. But I put it up so that you can see the performance. You just can't see the holdings. And I've got both his gold and silver positions. And his is just not nearly as volatile as some of the things we're in because I've loaded some micros that are kind of like a high risk, a lower risk but high reward type situation. He's a more conservative mining investor. And so longer term, he'll probably do way better than the portfolios we're at. But I'm kind of banking on the fact that this is just going to go through the roof, and I don't think we're going to have huge pullbacks. And I have access to other gold and silver mining portfolios that I actually review. And what I've been trying to do, like on John's portfolio, he reviews like 50 mining stocks, and he'll only pull 10 out. Well, I look at the rest of them and I go, well, these are good too. And so what I've been doing is I call it front loading. So I've grabbed some of the things that are outside his top 10 and I put them into our portfolio because someday some of those others might get picked by John and we're going to get an automatic double. So I'm giving you some things that you're not going to get anywhere else. And I've been watching the uranium, but uranium hasn't really done that much. A lot of people are talking about, it's done so well since the end of March, but so is everything else. But if you look historically, uranium's just not there yet. I've been watching that carefully, and I've decided not to get in it yet. Gold and silver, platinum, those are the things to be in. Yep. Well, I'm going to cut it off because it's time to go do something. It's late. It's almost past my bedtime. So I hope everybody's treating you well. I hope you're doing well. Do the best you can. God bless, folks.